Hey guys, this is Tyrone Carr and John Goddard. We're here to talk to you about the upcoming annual election period and kind of the end of the year for group health insurance. And as we are coming to the end of the third quarter and then transition to fourth quarter, this is a busy time of the year for employers, but also people that are eligible for Medicare or looking to have their policy reviewed. And so we kind of want to talk about just kind of like what to do and what to expect. But some of the testimonies that we have working with some of our clients that own businesses and that have group insurance, and some of the things that we do strategically to kind of help improve their employer benefits for the employees and those that are Medicare eligible, but then also improve the cost savings for both the employer but also the employees. So, hey man,
Absolutely. Glad to be here. Thank you very much. So, yes, so we do really a deep dive on the consulting piece in regards to Medicare and group benefits. So, the ultimate goal is to actually see many times, does it make sense for an employee to stay on a group policy or to consider a Medicare program with Tyrone. So we will do a deep dive. Many times on the group side, there are big advantages for an employee to look at Medicare policies. That's whether they're staying as an active employee, potentially retiring, maybe reducing to part-time employment. So we really will diagnose that for you and come up with a really good solution.
So this, we want to share the message because one of the things that we always try to be proactive and as a company, how do we stand out amongst our peers? And I think this is one of the ways that we do that when we're engaging with clients that, they own a business, they offer group employer benefits. And so, John, let's talk about some of the examples that we've done with some of our clients and how we've been able to save employer money, but also improve the benefits for an employee that's of Medicare age.
Absolutely.
Soon to be eligible for Medicare.
Absolutely. One of the testimonials we can give is we have had a trucking company, and we were able to take, I believe, a dozen or so employees that were over age 65, and we did an analysis of what those premiums were on the group side in comparison to an independent Medicare supplement program. And I believe we were saved about $30,000 by transitioning those employees off of the group plan onto supplements for the employer. So that's a substantial amount of money for a small employer. The other thing that it really helps do is it reduces the average age of a company. And age is one of those factors that insurance companies look at when they're developing their rates and their premiums. So we're kind of developing that win-win strategy for the employer and the employee when we're doing that approach. That's definitely one success story that we had.
Yeah. And it's not only to say the employer, the 30,000, but the employee was able to capitalize on savings as well because now the employer was engaged in paying for their portion of the cost as well. So the employee saved money, plus their benefits went up, increased exponentially as well from what they had being the group health insurance plan.
And that's, we are in a land of high deductibles for group health insurance. We are in a space of big increases as well. So as Tyrone just mentioned, there's many times where an employee could have a higher deductible on the group health plan. And then we look at a Medicare program that can reduce those financial responsibilities down to potentially zero, a zero deductible health plan. So there's really a lot of win-win strategies with doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things I would say, if you're someone who's approaching Medicare age and you're continuing to work and you're participating in a group employer plan, often we'll see where they just want to continue with the group plan. And what they don't know is what they don't know. So what we provide is that education, helping them feel comfortable as they transition to these next steps, and just making you understand what to expect. If you continue in the group health insurance plan, or if you transition out the plan into an individual, whether it be a Medigap, Medicare Advantage. But we want you to understand the benefits from cost savings as well as increasing the benefits. So if you're someone who's on Medicare and you're on a group plan, I would say it's a conversation that you should have. You can reach out to us, myself, John, or anybody part of our team, and kind of walk you through what that process and what that looks like. And if you're a business owner, we'd love to have the opportunity to sit down with you as well. And you can reach out. We can schedule a face-to-face, a Zoom, or even just a teleconference to help you better understand what it may look like for you as a business owner and just kind of start talking about numbers and benefits. And so,
And absolutely, with that being said, the business owner, we know many times business owners are very, very busy. So if you're a CFO, if you're a human resources manager, we can work with all of you that are involved many times on the group benefits decision making process, because many times there are 2 or 3 different people involved in that whole piece of the puzzle.
I think that's, for us, it's just about having a conversation. I think you meet us, you sit down with us, you'll see that it's not about, we're not going to pressure you in anything, and just making you feel comfortable as you move forward. And so we'll have, in the video, we'll have our social media links and all stuff that you can reach out. You can contact us here at the office directly and schedule a face-to-face, a Zoom or teleconference. And just appreciate you checking us out.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.